Hey guys, I'm Review-Radix here. This is going to be a review for Trinity 7, Chapter 61, because I am now less confused about how we got to the last video I uploaded, because apparently a chapter was missing, and that's why everything was all confusing, and like, why all of a sudden we were in the mountains and everything. This chapter helps explain that, like how there was a battle and all that stuff. But yeah, this chapter explains it. So this chapter is called Grimoire Battle and Departure. And so pretty much this is like the continuation of chapter 50 or 60, where they were fighting the Radix manuscript. And so you got Radix being like, expansion of magic response confirmed. And then you see Akio come in with this new attack. She says conception. And then she says the rest is up to you, ninja. And the attack she's using is called On Basara Dan Khan. And you see this like dragon, I guess. It's weird because it's like, it's the way I could explain what this image is it has like an eagle's head or a phoenix's head. Phoenix wings, but like the body of a dragon. It says part of the mantra for the 5th mudra of kanji and Kuji enchant. And so yeah, you got Radix kinda like surprised, saying this is mantra enchant original macro confirmed. And then Akio comes down, kicks her barrier. There's a huge explosion, and Akio is now out of the fight. And Radix is saying, to interrupt the invocation of my Arum Tippereth, but this will only work once. And then Levi coming out of nowhere, because Akio's signal was like, it's up to you now. And then Levi says, reconstructing the NVIDIA archive, ninja art, 1,000 shadow hands. And you see like the shadow coming out like blades and just shred the Radix manuscript. Like in the background, it shows like her being like torn to pieces. And Levi is saying, high ninja art, 1,000 hands, 1,000 hands shadeless slash. And then Radix just puts herself back together, and she says, a blade that severs magic power. Analysis complete. And then you see her like reforming, because Levi like turns around. And then Radix says, I am already acquainted with your macros, Mage Killer. So apparently that's Levi's title. And then Levi thinks, and then it says Divine Wind summons. And then you see like a typhoon wrap around her, and then the Radix is shocked, saying, the scale of this magic power, could it be the last crest? And then she says, no, this is Imitation Leviathan, is apparently the name of the attack, and it's like looks like a typhoon. That's kind of what it looks like. Or a tornado might be a better thing. And so yeah, Radix gets like, you see Radix get caught in it, and then all of a sudden she gets like shredded. Or you see her clothes starting to get like cut up, and her arm is getting cut, and her first you see her leg like get cut, and then you see her arm. And so she says, for my body of pure magic to be so disrupted, a false last crest, it must be a manifestation of annihilating force. And you see Levi's also getting all cut up by it. And she's got this like chill kind of look, and she's saying, I guess A legendary grimoire really can analyze it. And she says, incidentally, I feel a power outside of NVIDIA archives. Expect and Sparrow. Or Spiro. Have you achieved Trinity? No, this is different. This is a different sort. A power that I have not recorded before. But you see, like, the look on Levy's face is, like, super serious when she says that. And then Radix says, be engulfed in eternal fire and end of life and death I call Infernity Purgatorio. And so basically she like kills herself. She like burns herself to death, and then the attack stops. And all that's there is ash, and then she like puts herself back together. Because Mira's like, did we beat her? And then Levi says she used a magic dispelling technique to quote unquote die before my own could destroy her. And then you see like the ash start like reforming, and then she basically put herself back together. And then Levi saying revived herself using a restoration macro particular to grimoires. And then Radix is just like going like that. And she says, beyond my expectations, that there would be one who uses a power I have never recorded before. And then Mira is shocked by that, and she's just saying, a power that the legendary grimoire, which gathers all wisdom, hasn't recorded. So basically, it's something like super rare that even a grimoire of legend didn't know about, which is a pretty big feat. And so you see Mira look over at Levi, and it's just like standing there, and then blast comes out of nowhere, and the rest of Trinity just haven't show up. So Lilith says, are the three of you hurt? And then Arn says, we've come to help, and Yui's asking the same thing, are you okay? And then, yeah. Radix says, a Magus who has reached Trinity, two have reached Trinity in union. Two who have reached Trinity in union. And then you see, the binding thing appear, like Lisa and Selena's magic thing shows up, and someone is saying thanks for waiting, which is Arta. And so yeah, everybody's here now. And then Arta's kind of just shocked, like, looks like a huge Sora, huh? And so Sora is saying, my original source code, the Radix Grimoire, she's like my mom. And so Radix says, my test, you are called Sora, are you? Or my text, not test. And she says, Radix says, there is no need for you to stay with a powerless Magic King candidate. Return to your master at once. And then Sora tells her, this guy is my one and only master. No matter how much you tell me, I'm not listening. And then Radix says, then I will simply erase that Magic King candidate. And then Sora pretty much gives her an offer, and it's like, don't be so hasty, Mom. This guy's strength will become more amazing before long, to the point, and she makes a bold claim here, that he could dominate the true Magic King. And so she says, it's like, kind of like, you got my attention. And so Radix says, and what is the possibility of that outcome? And so Sora's just like pretty close to zero, which I found funny. But then Sora continues, but someone who gets even a bit above zero is worthy to become the true Magic King, right? It's like anyone who can get over being 0% chance of beating the true Magic King can become the real one. Or become another one. And so Radix says, so no contradicting statement is recorded in me. And Sora says, yeah, so if Dante's gate opens we're gonna go from this side to that one. Which I'm guessing that means it's another world. And yeah, but then Sora says, until then, wait for us over there, Mom. And then you see her have like the like kind of what kind of thing. And then she looks around and she's thinking, and she says, very well. At present, your chances of winning are low. It is not a problem if you come to Dante's Gate, so I conclude. When the stars align and Dante's Gate opens in 300 days, be sure to accompany him, Sora. So, it's a little over 6 months, somewhere in there. Because there's 365 days in a year. But yeah. So yeah, Radix leaves saying to Sora's, and Sora's saying, yeah, I'll definitely go there with him, my master, Mom. Or with my master, Mom. And so yeah, you see Radix like teleport away. And then the three that were fighting are completely exhausted now. Because you see Levi just drop down, and she's like, phew. With that, the mission is more or less done, right? And then Mira is saying, yes, we've repelled the enemy. And then Lilith is more concerned because it took three of them just to drive her away. And so yeah, that's what Lilith says. It took the three of you all you had just to drive her away. So basically it took all their power just to make her leave. They couldn't even beat her. And so yeah, Iron says it's not the level where even those who've achieved Trinity can. That's weird. Huh. So basically, it's not even at the level where those who have achieved Trinity can fight her one on one. And then Yui says, yeah, it was magic like the time Anachan got captured by Demise. And so Arta is like, just now Sora's mother, and Sora says, is a grimoire who stands before Dante's gate, belonging to the true Magic King. And then Sora says, Master, that's the kind of loud and violent world it is, but do you still want to go? And so Arta says, yeah, because I gotta tell them you officially belong to me. And so Ilya says, if you do that, and then Iron says, right, Yui says, yup. And Mira says, both Akio and I need to get stronger. And then Levi says, that's true, I have to train. And then Art is kind of shocked, and he's just like, you guys, are you sure? And then Ilya says, heh. Artisan still doesn't understand everyone yet. We're all grateful to you. If that's what you want to do, we want to help. And then you get a nice shot of everybody. And Akio is unconscious. And then you see Lise is thinking something. Artist is like, thanks. That's right. I have to get my strength back quick too, so I'm not troubling everyone. And then Lisa just says 1 second to Sora, and she says, yeah. And Lisa says, or Sora says, what's up, sexy Nachon? And then Lisa says, I need to talk to you. And then looks over at Iron and Lilith, and they're looking at everybody. And so that's kind of explains what happened in the other chapter where they said they can't find her. So maybe she has some kind of plan that she's trying to do where she can't tell them. But yeah. So after that, we go into a time skip pretty much. I guess you could say. Well, technically it's time skip, but it's like a narrated one where it's just saying, like, after that, they trained for the next 300 days. Yeah, that's what it says. For 300 days after Radix Grimoire attacked the Academy, and you just see the Academy, obviously, and then you see Serena running around throwing the newspapers like always, the pool, and it says Arta and the Trinity 7 explored new research in order to face off against Dante's Gate. And then you see like Lilith looking at some bubbles, and then it's like the hallway, some doors, and the headmaster's looking out the window, and and it says and so, and then you see him notice something, and then he's like huge. A dangerous magic power is approaching. Can this be? And then you see the doors fly open, and Arta standing there saying, "Headmaster, I'm back." And you see he's changed slightly his design anyway. Not his design, but like his clothes. And you see that he's got like Judecca on his back now, and like the clothes. Give me a sec too. I'll use space now. Oh, I was already. Sorry, no, I'm getting thumbnail. But yeah. So he says, "I'm back to the headmaster," and that's the end of the chapter with Archer returning. And so that kind of explains why the confusion happened for chapter 62. For some reason, that one came out first. And so I ended up reading that first, and that's why I was all confused. So this chapter pretty much explained everything as to why all that stuff happened. But yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, give this chapter a 9 out of 10. I'll see y'all next time.